Welcome back. Not sure what episode this is going to be, but this is a continuation of my original cabinet. I started a long time ago. I never got back to it because I had to put it completely on hold because I needed to do all kinds of work where that cabinet was going to go, and I just couldn't put it in place until I got all that work done. That was in my electrical box, putting my battery in there, my inverter, my solar charger, switches, all that, all in there. I am now ready to actually put that cabinet in. Pretty excited, except I'm going to tell you that if you watched my previous video, I'm changing things. I originally was hoping to do a single face frame piece of plywood. I was thinking of painting it maybe or something. And that was going to be pretty cool. Cut my doors out very carefully, used a very thin tool that was all going to go back together nice and neat, and, you know, nice tight gaps, and very efficient use of wood. Well, that was stupid. Because I guess if I was painting it, maybe not. I decided that I wanted to laminate it, and I got a cool piece of laminate. And so that threw out my single piece face frame, which would have been nice and rugged. So I have since gone and cut 1x2 stock, 1x3, I cut it down to 2-inch width face frames. So I cut a whole new set of face. I don't think I videotaped any of that. My apologies. But it's pretty simple, and I used the pocket hole drill tool, you know, to basically put it all together. So pretty cool. So now what's nice is now I need to cut out all of the laminate pieces for the doors, all the trim, and it has to come out just right. So that's what I'm working on now. Now let me get set up and I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do. All right, I'm set up. Can you see this? Let me see if I can zoom you into that a little bit. It's a pretty cool looking piece of material. So I feel pretty excited about this. I am trying to cut this all out so that the grain, which I think is going to be pretty easy to match because it's very, you know, tight grain, a lot of little pieces to it. But I just want to be extra sure that it doesn't look like glaring off. So I sketched everything out, laid it all out where everything needs to go, reversed it, because I'm going to cut it from the back side. I just put it this way up so that you could see that. So that's what I'm going to do next. Let's lay this out. You're not going to believe it, but that worked out.
Below me here, I'm going to tilt it, show it to you. I've been pretty busy. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what's going on. So I'm still working on my vanity cabinet, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, it doubles as also a part of my kitchen. Told you I was going to laminate the face frame. I've cut my face frame. Had to redo a couple pieces because they warped. Didn't like how they came out, but that was easy. I have gone ahead, laid my pattern out so that I cut pieces and my pattern all flows, although this is a pretty easy pattern to not, you know, to line up and stuff. But I cut it all out of one flowing piece. I have cut all my strips for doing all my edging. Got a few more pieces to cut. My what I call my horizontal edging pieces. But that's next, and then we start laminating. So I'm going to tell you, I tried different things for cutting this high pressure laminate. You'll see a lot of videos and suggestions on different ways to cut it. I have tried the linoleum, knife, $5 knife from Home Depot. I tried scissors. They make special tools for that. You know the thing that really worked the best? I went to Home Depot. Let me see if I can show you. Hold on, be right back. Should have had it handy. I just bought the ultra-fine cut blade. That's all I did. I bought the ultra-fine cut blade, 60 tooth, cut, backside, and I get a nice clean cut, and I'm obviously using a trap. It makes life really easy. I'm getting perfect, right on the money cuts. I'm cutting myself. I didn't have a lot of spare material, so I really had to get into some fine I couldn't do, like, for a 3/4 inch edge, I couldn't cut 1.5 inches with the material. I had to cut just about 1 inch, so I have a little bit to trim off each piece. So all right, so I'm going to start cutting the other pieces before that tractor shows up, and you won't be able to hear me anyways. Peace. All right, I'm going to show you how I cut laminate. First thing you want to do, mask up, glass up. It's nasty. This stuff, you don't want to breathe it in. It's very fine. Couple of tricks I'm going to show you real quick to cutting this. Now, you get yourself a sacrificial piece of styrofoam to cut on top, because that just makes life really easy. You can see I've got a bunch of cuts in mine already, and it was a scrap piece I was throwing away that was just sitting in the back of my truck being ready to go to the dump. So pieces of wood are 3/4 inch thick, so I'm cutting these about 1.25 inches, just so I have plenty of extra. Fairly accurate. That's actually very accurate right there. Take your saw, use your track. Makes life really easy. And there you go. I got a piece. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm a long ways away, I know, but I wanted to give you the whole table view. So, contact cement. We're going to see how this process works out for me. I've done a little bit before. Not afraid to jump into it. Really careful. I do not have extra of this. So I have to be careful about the length and everything. Oh, beautiful. Oh, come on back out, son. That would be awesome. All right. I'm just going to keep doing these. You're out.
All right, I'm set up. Next step. I've been practicing with this before I put the camera on, so I thought you'd want to see what I'm doing. Still out in the cold, obviously. So I've laminated everything. Actually, before I forget, had one piece that delaminated on me. So I'm going to fix it. Added a little glue to that. All right, I don't know if you saw me, I might have been off camera there. So when you put this stuff on, you get a lot of edges. You have to have extra, right? You know, overlap it. Why? Because you got to trim it down. I have spared you a whole bunch of watching me just trim laminate over and over and over again. I've had to, because I glued some of this up out in the cold, I had no choice. I had to re-glue it. I finally bit the bullet. I did it down in the basement where it's warm. Primary reason is I had no choice. Yeah, the fumes were horrible. Don't do this stuff indoors. That contact cement's nasty stuff. It stinks. I swear to God, it's killing me. But I got a much better result. So I'm now just down into trimming. Well, I was using a couple of different bits that I had picked up when I bought some material, building materials, clamps and things from a cabinet maker that had gone out of business. And those bits were okay. They worked. They got, you know, the bulk of it done, but I really didn't like how they worked. So I did some online research. What's really the best bit? What's out there? And is there something better? Because once you start trimming laminate on top of laminate, you know, the last thing you want to do is be marring up that laminate. And I found it. I don't know if you can see it. It's not a great, I probably should go in and find the canister for it, but there's a great little bit. I don't even know what they call it, but it has a little triangular base to it. I think that's going to be cool. This is my very first time trying it out. I've got it in, got it ready to go, got my piece. This is loud. Let's see how it goes. Do another one. Yeah, that's that. That's it. Oh, I just got to do a little cleanup filing. That came out nice. Oh yeah, that was totally worth it.